Hi and welcome to another very weird and different episode of my YouTube channel. I am Sarah of Horror, and usually I review movies. Not only horror movies like my name implies, but all movies and TV shows and like special things. But you know what? Today we're gonna do something very different. Yeah. So today I'm actually answering your questions. Yeah, because I wasn't really like inspired to review any movies this week. I didn't find any movies that I was like, oh, I gotta talk about this movie. And I wanted to do something different. I wanted to have a laid back, chill episode or where we all just take a step back and I will just answer some of your questions that you have for me. And if you're new to my channel or you haven't been following my channel for that long, you can get to know me a bit better. Yeah, so this is that kind of an episode. So yeah, it is very different from what I usually do, but I think it's also a bit fun. So I asked you on like all of my social media platforms, and there goes my earring. Yeah, let's just fix that. So number one question, Sarah, why don't you get some, not like cheap ass earrings that break apart? Well, the more you watch my videos and the more of you who subscribe, maybe I will not have to resort to buying cheap ass earrings, but that's fine. It's okay. But let's do this. Grab something to drink. It's really warm here in Sweden, and you have to hydrate. Yeah. I know this is Coke Zero, but still. So, I will try and answer these questions like truthfully, like the most truthfully that I can. If there's like a question I feel like, oof, this is, a bit too much or something like that, I might skip it. But yeah, I will try to answer the questions as truthfully as I can. What is your favorite non-horror movie? Yeah, that's like a funny one because usually when people are like, so what is your top five favorite movies? I usually list like only horror movies because those are the first movies that kind of pop into my mind. And I rarely think about like non-horror movies, even though I watch a lot of non-horror movies as well. Like I love watching all type of movies, like every genre. When I grew up, like when I was 12, I bought this, 1001 movies you have to see before you die book. And I made it my mission to watch all of those movies from that edition. I mean, there are several updated editions, but yeah, I started watching like silent movies from a very young age, and that is why I appreciate them and love them a lot. And then I watched a lot of classic movies. Every type of movie I watch them. I really enjoy them. It's just the horror movies, they have really found their place in my heart, and it's if I have to choose between a non-horror movie and a horror movie, like the horror movie probably always wins. But so this question, like as I said, it's interesting, like non-horror movie. I like one of the first non-horror movies probably that maybe has a few horror elements might be Pan's Labyrinth. I know it's a fantasy film from Guillermo del Toro. But yeah, when I saw that at cinema, I was like blown away. And also, it was very emotional, how the way he mixed this fantasy world of the girl with the war situation she was in. That was just really beautiful. And then just the ending. Yeah, I mean, that movie is just so amazing. But I do like a lot of older movies like Double Indemnity, like film noir. I really like that a lot. And and yeah, I appreciate, almost a lot of movies, like Schindler's List, like war movies, especially World War II movies, really hit home for me since I'm, Polish and my mom is from Poland. Like a lot of family was from Poland who lived through World War II. So those movies always like hit home, and they are very, some of them are really difficult to watch. But yeah, like a lot of them. And there's just so many great non horror movies, as I've mentioned. And also like comedy movies like Young Frankenstein. Oh, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites, definitely. So I watch that film every Christmas with my mom, every Christmas Eve with my mom. So on the 24th here in Sweden. And yeah, so even though I talk about a lot of horror movies, I do know and like a lot of non-horror movies. So I do have a lot of knowledge about that as well. Next question is, how many languages do you speak? So I speak three languages. Swedish, because I'm born in Sweden. I live here. And then I speak Polish because my mom is from Poland. And then I obviously speak English, of course. Yeah, so three languages. But I do also like, I can understand and read Norwegian. I just can't like speak it or form proper sentences or have that accent myself. I am also Norwegian because my dad was. I have Norwegian citizenship, even though I live in Sweden. But yeah, so I mean, if I would, really just apply and really work hard at learning Norwegian, I think that would be pretty easy for me. And I'm also really good at learning languages pretty easily. And I love learning languages. Like one of the languages I would love to learn like fluently is German. And yeah, I know some German. I've took some German courses, so it's not really, I don't think that would be that hard. But yeah, it would be fun to know that language fluently. But yeah, currently I speak three languages fluently. What was the craziest day of filming any of your movies? Wow, I've been to many movie shoots. I've written like two feature films and then a lot of short films and filmed them. And there have been a lot of crazy days, but I think so. This is a bit of a spoiler, but in my first feature film, Sariyad, which is Wounded, we had a dick cutting scene. Yeah, it's exactly as it sounds. A character was cutting into a penis, and that was just insane. Because just the reaction of every a man in the room that was watching it, even though we had a fake penis, of course, but it just looked kind of real, looked kind of good. I have to say, I really like that as effects. And yeah, it was just crazy to be cutting into the penis and the blood squirting and just a character doing the faces. So that was quite interesting because we got the prosthetic like gelatin penises. Wow, I'm using the word penis a lot in this video, but whatever. And I got them. We had like several ones of them, and I had to put a tube in, make a hole in there, and put a tube in, and then someone would have to pump the tube in order to make that work. So that was pretty crazy, I have to say. Yeah, that was really memorable, very memorable for sure. Name one movie or franchise that got you interested into horror. So my first horror film that I ever saw was Halloween from 1978. I was 6 years old, and it's quite young, so I didn't really understand what I was watching, but I just happened to watch it on TV, like catch it on TV. All I remember is that creepy music by John Carpenter, and just Michael Myers' mask, but I didn't really understand what a horror movie was, or didn't really understand anything. But yeah. But when I was like 11, 12, I really started watching slasher movies. Loved slasher movies. I quite quickly found out that was my thing, especially Scream movies. I was obsessed with Scream movies. Um, I read the first screenplay to the first film. I read everything I could about the film. I mean, I was obsessed. I knew everything about the film. And I just loved rewatching it. And I really identified with the character Randy. And I was obsessed. So Scream definitely had a huge like impact on my early horror watching days for sure. How tall are you? Yeah, so this is a fun one because usually when people who have like seen me online but never met me, like the first thing they say when they do meet me is like, "Oh, I thought you would be taller." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry to disappoint you." Like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I am quite short. I am 5'3". So in centimeters, that's like 160 centimeters, 1 meter 60 centimeters. Yeah, 5'3". So I mean, I'm not tall. I'm pretty short. Yeah. Good tip for people who want to get into Magic the Gathering. I mean, when I first got into Magic the Gathering, I was just looking through the cards, and I was also, trying to play MTG Arena. So downloading that app is really good. It really helps you out, like as a beginner, to understand the rules and everything, and also, watch YouTube videos. There are a lot of like learn how to play Magic, like just the basics, like learning about the mana base, like how to tap creatures and sorcerers and instants for mana, how to use the colors, and also just go to your like local gameplay store, shop, or whatever, your local FNM, and play there. Like the best way to learn about the game is to play the game. And when I first started playing, like I knew so little, but I've learned and I've grown as a Magic player, and I just love it. But yeah, just come play it. Yeah, play it and you will learn for sure. What has been your favorite film project so far? I have to say that when we filmed Bunny Manslaughter, that was like the funniest shoot to date because there were so many funny scenes, and it is a horror comedy, and the bunny man mask is so special and funny, and the death scenes are also very, very special. The characters are special, and we were all like laughing every day when we shot the film, and it was like so much fun. I had so much fun, even though the days were intense and we had a lot of things to do, and some things didn't work out as good as I had hoped. That is my favorite project to shoot so far. Yeah, because it was just so funny and everyone did an amazing job. Which of your film projects are you most proud of? Well, I mean, so far, because Bunny Manslaughter is not out yet. But I have to say, like, my first feature film, Saria, The Wounded, just because, I mean, it's not the best of my projects, not at all. But I think because we barely had any budget, and it was my first real, like, feature film, and I am proud of it. Like what I accomplished with basically nothing, and it was like my first big acting part because feature film. I've barely done anything before that. It's a short film, but I was I'm very proud of that. No matter what, no matter if people love it or hate it or like it or not like it, that's fine. And but I'm still very proud of that one. It will always be like close to my heart. What is one film you wanted to make but decided not to, if any? I mean, if I ever wanted to make a film and then decided not to, the probable cause for that is probably budget. Yeah, I've never worked with a big budget or anything close to that. Um, but there are a lot of like film projects that I've written that would require a lot of budgets, and that is why I decided not to do it. But there's like one love project that I would love to do. Like this will be a bit of a mini spoiler, but I would love to do an homage to 80s slashers, but modern, but featuring a Valentine's Day theme. I have the script, I have the title, I have everything except the budget, but that would be like a Hollywood budget probably to make all of that work. But I think that would be an amazing film to make, and maybe someday. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, a Valentine's themed slasher that's an homage to an 80s film but still modern. And yeah, that would be amazing. What's grosser, poop or childbirth? I mean, I've never seen a childbirth in real life, like up close. I've seen that on like, video film, like when they like in schools and stuff, and it doesn't look that pretty. It looks quite gross. No, poop I've been around some, you know. I don't find poop to be that gross, like not as gross probably as childbirth, because there's just I don't really know, it's just seems to be a lot of pain involved and things opening and things tearing to pieces and a lot of screaming and I don't know, like chaos. And it's usually not that when I'm around poop. So I have to say childbirth? Yeah. Which are you most comfortable with? Your pink hair or your red hair? So, I mean, I had my red hair for so many years. Like, I don't know, 5 or 7 or something like that. And then one day, I just saw this pink hair or pink color and I decided to switch. But I do miss my red hair and it is coming back. Like, so real soon. It is coming back real soon because I miss my red hair. When I do think that I look good in this pink hair, but honestly, it just doesn't feel like me. Like I feel like it's been a fun experiment, but I mean, the red hair is me. The red hair is totally me. So that will be back really soon. This is probably my last video with my pink hair. But maybe the pink hair will make a comeback someday. But I just want to be a redhead again. Yeah. If I ordered a poster, when will it arrive? I mean, that depends on where you're from, of course. I mean, if you're from Europe, then it will be with you sooner than, say, if you live in the States or something like that. But maybe like a week or two or something like that. Maybe in the States, like the latest a month or something. Yeah. What is your plan or vision for your magic channel? Well, I mean, I do love recording the gameplays, and my vision is hopefully to make it grow, to make it a big channel, like magic channel from Sweden, and then also a big channel in general that people watch our magic channel and just enjoy our gameplays. They will learn about how to play magic and get interested, and hopefully I will get like new people to play magic, like new players. That would be amazing. So yeah, just to grow the channel and to get new people to play magic. These movies you've added to your collection. It's actually 2 movies. It's The Hitcher 2, the sequel, and then also The Locals. Yeah, so those two. I rarely buy movies now because I'm spending money on other things, and I have so many movies in my collection, like over 4,000 movies. But I will just buy movies from special occasions, like from the science fiction convention, or when Vinegar Syndrome have their Black Friday sale or something special like that. Yeah. Summer or vacation plans? And I also combine this with the question of what do you like to do to relax? And I've actually filmed some clips. So I love to go on like long walks. I love it, especially during the summer, spring, or fall when the weather is nice. And I love to hang out at the beach. I filmed some clips for you guys. You can take a look. But for my like summer plans or vacation plans, I'm currently on vacation, but I'm not like going anywhere. I'm just staying at home, taking it like whatever happens, happens. Getting some rest, getting in a lot of walks, watching some movies, playing Magic, just taking it easy. That is exactly what I need right now. Is there a specific horror movie that has had a big impact on you or holds a special memory? I mean, when I was 16, I first saw Suspiria from 1977 from Dario Argento, and it kind of changed my life because from that moment on, I really decided I was like, I have to make movies. I just need to make movies. I want to make like artsy movies, but yeah, that hasn't really happened. But I just want to make movies. I mean, I've been writing screenplays since I was like 12, but from when I saw Suspiria, I was like, I want to be a filmmaker. Like, this is what I want to do. And I mean, I am making projects, I am making films. So, I mean, yeah, I kind of achieved that in some way, I guess. So, Suspiria has really had an impact on my life since I was like 16. So, yeah. Have you ever been close to death? Wow, this was a serious question. But yeah, so let me tell you this story. I was 17 and suddenly like I thought I had a UTI, like urinary tract infection or whatever it's called. Because I've had them a few times and I was like, yeah, fine. Because it kind of hurt when I peed, and I was like, that's probably that, and it will go over in a few days. But it didn't. Like the pain just got more intense even when I wasn't peeing, and I was like, this is weird. And then I was supposed to go to Poland for just this over the summer vacation for like 15 days, 2 weeks, one day. And uh, the night before, my mom, I got a pill to like lower my fever because it was huge, big fever. But that was fine. We got on the plane, and then everything started hurting again. Got a fever, and I was feeling horrible. So me and my mom, we were like, we're gonna swing by the hospital to get some tests for you to get some pills, and then we can go home. I was like, fine. I want to get some pills, get this, better. So we went to the hospital, and I got some blood work done on me, and I was just waiting for the results to get some pills to be able to go home. I was tired. And suddenly I hear like, oh my god, this girl, she's 3 days away from dying. Get her on the antibiotics now. And I'm like, oh, they are talking about me. And I'm like, what's going on? And apparently that was not a UTI. That was just like, I had contracted something that, some bacteria, virus, whatever, that had spread to my kidneys. And I was on my way to developing sepsis, like a blood poisoning. And when you get that, there's a huge chance you will die. And they were like, she's 3 days away from having sepsis, and we need to, get her on antibiotics now. So that same evening, I was admitted to the hospital, got my room, hooked on antibiotics, and I was there for 2 weeks until everything cleared down. I didn't have the virus anymore. And so I was there for 14 days. And we were supposed to go home like 2 days after that. So I was cleared. And the next day, my mom she gave me her credit card. She was like, you know what? Go have fun. You buy whatever, do whatever. You've been in the hospital for 2 weeks. We have one more day here. Go crazy. So I bought a few movies, got some ice cream, I think, and yeah, I got some dinner. But I mean, I was 17. I was quite scared. I was at the hospital, and all I knew about the hospitals at that time was that my dad went to a hospital and he never came home. So I I was quite scared. And I think I was screaming that to my mom. I was like, my dad went to hospital, he never came home. And she's like, oh my god. But yeah, I think I was a bit dramatic. But yeah, that was quite scary when you're that young and have no idea what's going on. But I'm fine now. Like my kidneys are fine. And but yeah, I guess I was close to death. If we hadn't gone to the hospital when we did, I don't know what would have happened, but I'm glad we did. So yeah, so please, if you're going through something similar, then please go to the hospital. It might just save your life, probably. Yeah. When will we be able to see Body Manslaughter? I don't have an exact date yet, but the people who kickstarted our project will definitely get to see this before everyone else. And we're currently working on, deals with festivals and everything like that, and it takes time. It does. But the people who have supported us with money, kickstarted it, I will get in touch with every one of you, so you will get to know everything. But pretty soon, hopefully. So yeah, those were the questions. So I mean, thank you everyone so much for writing down your question. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support and engagement and wanting to get to know me better. And yeah, next week I will definitely be back with a video containing reviews on it. But I also kind of did love this question and answers type of video as well, so I might do another one in the future. But yeah, thank you all so much, and if you liked this type of video, then please give me a like so I will know that you liked it, and also leave a comment below. You can type in, I guess, anything. Or maybe like a sun, because I'm on vacation, it's sunny. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to help me reach 2,000 subscribers this summer. And I'll see you in the next one. So bye.